I'm primarily a Nikon shooter, but I've more and more recently been finding myself heavily into Fuji and just the things that it does, right? Out straight on the camera, you get really good pictures with different film recipes. It's very compact, you know, it's very formidable, and has a lot of good options as far as from a photography standpoint and a video standpoint, comparatively against something like my Nikon setup. Since they announced the X-E5, I did take a look at it and I do have some thoughts about it, but at the end of the day, I did pre-order it. I don't know if I'm going to go through with it, but I did just so it's available. And I may give up the XM5 for that. We'll see. Or I'm going to have to give up other cameras, but I got to give up something. I love the actual compactness and just the form of the XM5. But the one thing that when I was originally looking at it versus something like the Nikon ZF was, I was looking for a camera that can replicate that old school style of photography, that old school camera with the manual controls. And even though the XM5 didn't have it, it was almost close enough to that point. At least I thought it was. But where I fell in love with a lot of the video aspects of it and the photography of it, I still felt like I wanted more. And when I saw the announcement for the X-E5, I was kind of blown away, only because I loved everything that the X100VI was doing, but I couldn't justify getting a camera like that with a fixed lens, only because I'm gonna want to use that camera for more stuff. Now I know the original intent was I just wanted an everyday camera, and maybe I was chasing things that I didn't need. But when I saw it, it was just more answer like, okay, I think that's really the camera I wanted in the first place, because it has the same equivalent of the X100VI, but it also has the ability to be able to change lenses and mount different lenses as needed, especially if I want to do anything more than just street walks or just regular live shots. Now, it doesn't shoot open gate, which is something that the XM5 does, and that's what I love about it. So there's some decision where I want to go with it, right? But I'm not going to sit here and talk about specs. I'm going to talk about the reasons why I chose it versus something like the ZF. Now, it makes sense to get the ZF comparatively because I am already in the Nikon system. I have my primary kit is the Nikon system. I have all the lenses for the Nikon system. Do I really want to invest in a whole nother lens setup? So that is also running in my mind. There are a lot of reasons for me to stick with Nikon and go that route. I loved it when I reviewed it, and honestly, I would purchase it if I could get it at a refurbished price. But if I can't, then that's where I'm kind of deciding what I want to do. I love that you can have just easy access to all the film recipes and film simulations on Fuji. And I realized that, yes, you can get some of the same stuff if I take the ZF photos and shoot raw and take it into Lightroom, edit it, but sometimes I just don't want that, you know, that process of it. I don't want to sit there, like if I'm using an everyday camera, like just taking it around with me, I want something that's compact, I want something that's portable, you know, I guess that's the same thing, right? But I want something that is small enough to carry, but at the same time, like strong enough that I could just connect it to my phone and just download photos and post them, right? Or the things that I've found over my years is I take a ton of photos and they just sit in a hard drive. I have a NAS that has all these photos that I've been just storing. I don't print them or share them or send them to the people that I took them for. So part of it was I wanted a camera that's easy to do that. And I don't have to sit here on Lightroom, throw it on, or use my phone Lightroom to make edits and throw on presets as much. Because honestly, that is already an extra step that I have to do just to feel confident about a photo. Whereas I could bake that in to the camera and what I want to go for. And yes, Nikon's recently adapted to have their own types of recipes or their own types of simulations, but it's a little bit more of a hassle to create them and then load them, go through the Nikon cloud, try to, you know, do it that way. And part of it, yeah, it makes sense, but it's also a bigger camera, like size comparison wise, like that camera is kind of big. And it almost, to me feels like I could put against a Z6 III, and I have a Z6 III. It's powerful enough. To me, that is my workhorse. So I'm kind of at a standpoint with that. I get with X-E5, I get 6K shooting, not open gate, F-Log, F-Log 2. I get film simulations, and I get a smaller body and a more compact portable option. Versus the Nikon, I am stuck at 4K. It's an older sensor. It integrates with my entire system that I already have. It's a little bit bigger and bulkier. It doesn't have the same ease of film sim, at least in its current setup, as it is. And honestly, we're lucky that it's received adoption that it did. Because for a while, it wasn't getting the same Nikon cloud services that like the Z9, the Z8, and the C6 III were getting. So it makes me wonder how long that support life is. So those are the two balances that I put on. And so I kind of said it to myself this way. I'm going to pre-order the Fuji. And then if I decide to pull that trigger, I may part out some of my Nikon kit, meaning like some of my older bodies like the Z30 or the original Z6. And then I could run that with my Nikon Z6 III. And my Nikon Z6 III will be prime, and that could be a secondary camera. Or I can see if the ZF gets discounted, and then I'm going to get the ZF. If I could get a refurbished one for half the price, then that abolishes the other option. And then I just have the Fuji. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm curious your thoughts still, because I could go on a full spec tirade about why I would choose this one or that one. But at the end of the day, it's really going to be what, as an end user, feels nice. It feels good for me. It just fits what I want. And now that I'm in the system, I love the system, but I also love my bread and butter. Sometimes you want garlic bread. Sometimes you want toast. Both of you are going to fulfill you, right? Let me know in your comments below, what do you think? And make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to follow the journey of when it gets released, if I pull that trigger, or what my decision is. And I'm curious if you're in the same boat. What is your decision, or what is your deciding factors? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm Joe. This has been Matsu XL, and I gotta go edit some videos now, so I'm gonna shut up and go edit. Peace.